So you mentioned Playbook a number of times, and you're changing your playbook as things happen. How can people understand when their playbook really isn't working anymore before it takes too long and growth stalls?
I'll say something that is true for everybody in every role, in every tech, actually in every company in the world now, which is if you don't feel the ground shifting underneath your feet because of AI, you're about to drown. Like, there's going to be an earthquake and you're going to disappear. It means you have your eyes closed. So I think everybody's in that panic mode or FOMO mode or whatever mode, but you have to question almost daily what's going on. Now, don't have too much FOMO because there's a lot of stories and LinkedIn and people say, oh, I've automated everything. It takes some time to automate everything, but just think to yourself where I would use an analogy. Okay. I would use an analogy and I use it myself. If 3 years ago, OpenAI unleashed ChatGPT upon the world, and since then, most people switch to Claude or Gemini or whatever, but there's now a number of alternatives, both for enterprise and for the consumer. And if you think about the evolution of what these tools do and how every 3 months you're changing your how I write my LinkedIn posts, how I do my research, and how I do my forecasting, and how I do my spreadsheets, and now how I do my presentations, and how I do the images every 3 months. Well, if you use AI every 3 months differently, it means everybody else is using it differently. And now you have to assess, what do I have to do differently? And we are forced now, as tech leaders, actually as leaders in any industry, to reassess where we are and what we need to do. And I think it's a generality, or it's a general thing about the world. I don't know that I mean, I think I'll send my kids to college. They're high schoolers, but who knows, 2, 3 years from now, what would be the value of higher education? And it's every sacred cow must be slaughtered at this point, to use that term. So this is a general statement. I think everybody should fear how the ground is shifting and find the right path, because that right stable path will be the opportunity to be the biggest and the best. And specifically to your question, which is, again, in a long sales cycle, just figure out, first of all, is this deal stalled? And I now have sprints and I can tell if this deal stalled. And now, if I have 4 deals stalled in a region, is it the sales director, or is it that the region is going through an economic crisis, right? What are the externalities, and what is it the sales director? And if there are externalities, might not even need that sales director there because I can't sell for the next year. But be able to measure where you're supposed to be on the process. And if you're not there on a consistent basis, make the change you need. And if you're not there on in 1 deal out of 5, well, it happens. So I think you just have to evaluate the data every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, where am I on this 18-month journey to get this deal to $2 or $3 or $5 million?